Hi, welcome to Medicine for the Melanated and Misguided. This is the first time some of my viewers are seeing my face. So, welcome to you guys. I want to start off by reintroducing myself. Some of you guys may have been listening from the start. 4 years ago is a long time. So I want to start the video format this season, and I want to give you guys an introduction, an overview, what I'll be talking about, things like that. So I have some questions here. I'm going to start those. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'm going to share this video, the full video, on YouTube, but I'll be putting clips on other social media sites. So let me get started. The first question: who am I, and what inspired me to start Medicine for the Melanated and Misguided? So I am Dr. Jasmine Burns. I am a mental health professional. I use that word because I do a bunch of stuff in the mental health world. I am a care coordinator for a managed care company right now. I also have this podcast for mental health, but I also like to go out. I like to give speeches. I like to be involved in other people's journey when it comes to mental health. So I'll soon be doing some mental health therapy once again. So to my clients that are looking forward to that, I look forward to seeing you guys soon as well. What inspired me to do Medicine for the Melanated and Misguided is because there is a lot of information out there on mental health. I just want to share with people some correct information. That's what it is. I want to make sure you guys have the knowledge. And Medicine for the Melanated and Misguided was really created for the Black community to learn more about mental health. There's many things that go on in our community, and I want to share that so that you can have a listening ear, and so that many of us can feel like we're not alone when it comes to our mental health. I want us in the millennial generation to share with those that are younger, to share with those that are older, because that is something that we talk about a lot, but others need to hear it as well. So that's why I initially created Medicine for the Melanated and Misguided. Question 2. What does the podcast title mean to me personally? So medicine is something that you need. Many of us need to live, but it also picks us up when we're not feeling well. But medicine can also be taken as a preventative measure. So I want to provide both of those things for people. So preventative measure, and also to help you in your healing journey. So that's the medicine part. Melanated, of course. Many of us come in different skin tones, different things like that. So that part too, I want to provide that as well. Some comfort for those of all colors, no matter what race, no matter what skin tone you are. I want to provide that comfort. And the misguided part goes back to part of what I was sharing with you guys, is that the information that's out there, not all of it correct. So I want to get you guys the knowledge that you deserve. That's very important. So question 3. Why is it important to have conversations about mental health, specifically in the Black community? So that is important because many times that I've realized, especially with older generations, it's not talked about a lot when it comes to mental health. A lot of people stray away from it, whether it's, symptoms of bipolar, whether it's symptoms of depression, postpartum even. Many of those things are not talked about in the older generation, and we feel like those things should be hidden, and it makes you feel alone a lot of times. And I want to let a lot of people know that they are not alone. So that part is why it's very important for us to talk about. And when things go untalked about, they go untreated. So I want to have all of us get the treatment that we need, the treatment that we deserve. I think that's very important. So question 4, what kinds of topics have you covered over the past 4 seasons? So that's a lot. A lot of topics we covered. I recommend you guys go back and listen to. I know a lot of people like watching videos, but for those ones that we recorded previously, we talked about eating in the Black community and how that is connected to your mental health. A lot of people don't think about that. We've talked about, popular topic when it comes to narcissism. We've talked about mental health and the prison community as well. We've talked about mental health as far as like seasonal depression. It's a lot of things we've talked about in those past seasons. I highly recommend that you guys go and listen. And the most recent season has been 5-minute meditations. 5-minute meditations. And I heard a lot of people say they listen to them on their way to work. I've heard people say that they are listening to them, when they're walking or exercising at the gym. So those 5-minute meditations are great. The previous videos, they're about an hour long. Something that you can listen to on a car ride. Something that you can share with other people. I've also heard people say that they listen to them with their children, whether middle school, elementary, high school. I think that's a great conversation starter for mental health topics with your children. I think that's a great way to get the conversation started. If they have any questions, you'll be able to discuss those with them. Number 5, how has the podcast evolved since you first started? So I kind of talked about that in answering some of the other questions. Initially, it was about an hour long. I had one co-host for about 2 seasons. Shout out to almost Dr. Raven. And another co-host the next season. Shout out to LaShonda. Shout out to, let me see. Let me make sure I got that correct. Yeah. Shout out to LaShondra on being the second co-host. And then the last season I did mention that we did those 5-minute meditations. So, and now we're doing a more video format for the podcast. And this more short form content, more reels, that type of thing for you guys to get into, to spread information faster. Some people are in the mindset of that short term and they connect with that better. So I'm going to reach the masses, or try to reach the masses with that short form content. Number 6. What has been one of your most memorable episodes or moments so far? So if you look at the numbers, one of the highest watched or listened to videos or podcast episodes is actually on motherhood and mental health. So that one I really enjoyed because we had several guest inputs. My sister, one of my best friends, one of my church members. We had several inputs on what it means to be a mother and how they've been dealing with their mental health and how they have worked through some of those things and how they're continuing to work through some of those things with their motherhood. And then we talked about in that episode relationships with your own mother and how that has affected you in your mental health and then in being a mother as well. So that's one of the highest watched episodes. I highly recommend, if you have not watched it or listened to it, to check it out. That one was great, and I really liked the feedback that we got from there. Number 7, why are you shifting into video reels and short form content? I answered that question, so I'll move on to the next one. Number 8, what can viewers expect from the new format? Shorter form, 30 minutes to a minute and 30 seconds. No, 30 seconds. 30 seconds to a minute and 30 seconds videos. Just information. Also reactions, kind of. Or some additional information to other people's videos and content that are out there. So we'll be giving you more information to topics that are hot, such as countertransference, which is has been a really popular topic in the past month or so because of some of the other videos that have circulated around social media. So we'll be talking about some of those hot topics. I know a couple years ago, narcissism was a hot topic. So we'll be taking topics like that and going more in depth about those. Number 9. How do you see short meditations, tips, or discussions helping people day to day? Our life is so busy. Our life is really busy if your life is like mine. Enjoyable, but busy. And there's so much that we have to do, so much that, we talk to people about, so much that we go through and experience. The short form content, it'll touch more people in a quicker way, faster. So that I think people can listen to it as they go along, as I mentioned before. And then the last question: what's my ultimate vision for medicine for the melanated and misguided? It's just to reach people. It really is. I want to reach as many people as I can. I really have a heart for people. I love people. And I want to see people doing the best that they can. And I want to see them healthiest when it comes to their mental health. I know that's a struggle that many have had, my family members included. So that part has touched me included, I can say, in dealing with depression and anxiety. So I think that's very important for us to be able to do, and I want to see medicine for the melanated and misguided touching people. I want to reach as many people as I can. I want to have people share their story. I want to see people succeed in ways that they have thought were not possible. I think and I wish and I pray for all of you guys that God touches you, because I know that that's something that He wants for me to do. And I want to carry out the mission that He set for me. So with that, I'm going to say get ready. Welcome again to those that are first time listeners, to those that are first time watchers. Thank you for your words. Thank you for your inspiration. Thank you for continuing to motivate me in my journey. So with that, I look forward to being involved with you guys. I look forward to interacting with you guys. I'm going to sign off, and with that, say take care.